Um, Hi, can you go through your resume?
Yeah, myself, Vinod, and I have 5 plus years of IT experience as mssql database administrator. Currently, I'm working with Infotech as a database administrator. So, where I have provided around 500 plus servers. Out of these servers, we have around 300 production servers and the remaining testing and UAT servers. So,
Okay.
yeah, we are using uh, Zira ticketing tool,
Mhm.
where we are getting the incidents and alerts request. Based upon the request, we have our case management team. So they will assign us tickets like where incidents and change requests we need to work.
Okay.
Based upon that, I will work on that tickets. So before before my join, whenever I started my shift, so there will be one handover call will be there. So in that call, what are the pending tasks are there? We will discuss in that handover call, and based upon that, we will continue whatever the pending tasks are there.
Okay.
And coming to my roles and responsibilities, which I am included and working on, that was like installation configuration of SQL servers and database backups and job failures and job scheduling and DB deployment schema changes. And with the PowerShell, we used to do the deployments, DB deployments. And so used to work on SSIS and SSRS configurations based upon the request
Mhm.
and make the schedule as a job. And
Okay.
also discuss case issues, MTV, full issues, blocking, deadlocks, and decommission tasks and high availability concept like mirroring, log shipping, and always on availability group and transaction replication as well. Yeah, this is the brief from my end. Yeah.
Okay. So whenever you are going to create a log file, okay, for database. So what is the default file group for log file?
Default file group.
For log file, yeah.
Yeah, whenever installation I will do, I will make sure
No,
that.
no, it's not installation. Okay, if the
Okay.
installation was come done and everything, customer has requested to create one DB and you have created. Now he is asking to create one more log file. Okay, you just want to add that one more log file. So when you are going to create the log file, so what is the log? In which file group you are going to place that log file?
Okay. So as I know, like for MDF files
Okay,
primary, and for secondary, I don't think any file group
no,
is there.
not secondary log files. I'm asking.
Yeah, for log file, it is there is no file group.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. So okay, where you have enabled auto create statistics is equal to on for database property. So what does it mean? What it is going to happen?
Auto statistics.
Uh,
Okay, you mean to say like the maintenance job we used to keep
no,
that?
no, not like that. Whenever you right click on database, right, properties.
Yeah,
So there in advanced options, we are having like auto create statistics, like, okay, there are so many options are there.
yeah.
Okay, so if you enable, so what is going to happen in the SQL Server if you enable that?
Uh, it will check whether the statistics are old and it will try to update the statistics automatically.
No.
Okay, I'm not aware of this.
Okay, then. So when the statistics are going to update automatically?
Yeah, like when we schedule jobs, maintenance jobs.
Hmm.
So in our scenario, we used to maintain, for every week maintenance job, we will make them scheduled. So
Okay,
whenever the level is high, it will update and it will update the statistics level.
okay. So what is mean by random IO and sequential IO? Can you explain this terminology for me?
Uh, uh, Not aware of it.
Okay. Uh, so let's assume that you are going to execute DBCC, so statistics, some table name and some index name. Okay. So
Yeah.
then what could be the output of that?
Like to see the fragmentation levels of index and all, we need to.
That's okay. Uh, what is mean by that? Okay, what is the output that you are going to get?
Like we will get the fragmentation information about the whatever the table we have provided in that
Okay.
DBC show
Uh,
context.
so apart from fragmentation, so what is the three out? We will get three outputs. So
Yeah,
what is the with which I mean to say like what is the names of these three outputs?
and we get SPID ID also in that
No,
one.
no, 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 no. So have you ever heard like header, density vector, histogram?
Yeah, yeah, yes, I hear
So
it.
we will get these kind of three outputs.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
So
got it.
what is mean by like histogram?
Sorry,
What is mean by histogram?
Instagram.
When it is going to get created, I mean,
Instagram.
when for table, when the density vector will going to get record, if you do something, so it means values are getting created for the respective table and indexes in the histogram. When it will
Yeah,
going to get created.
I have no idea.
So whenever you going to create a non-cluster index,
Yeah,
with the column which we have first mentioned, that we usually call it as a leading column. For the leading column, histogram will get created. Okay.
okay. Yeah, got it.
What about density vector?
Yeah, it is done.
So it's leading column and all the columns. Okay. So
Okay.
have you ever heard parameter sniffing?
No.
No, right? Uh, okay. So is it right or wrong or to disable or enable parameter sniffing?
Actually, I haven't worked on this one. To be frank.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What is cluster index? What is heap? What is like cluster index seek or like hmm, okay, scan.
Yeah.
First we will go with the heap. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So heap, whenever the table doesn't consist of any index, then it will called as a heap table.
Any indexes. It means what?
Like cluster index and non-cluster index, it doesn't hold any index.
You
So
mean to say
whenever,
the table doesn't have any indexes? It is called as a heap, right?
correct, correct.
What about non-cluster indexes? Is that same? Let's assume that you are having a table, okay, and you don't
Yeah.
have a cluster index in that, okay, but you are having non-cluster index on that. Okay,
Okay.
now what is it is going to call it as?
Okay. It's
There is no cluster index.
okay. But it's a non-cluster index we have, right?
Yeah, non-cluster index. Then what it is going to call it as a non-cluster, or it is a heap or not? Is it qualified to be called as a heap or not?
No, it's not heap.
Why?
Yeah. Because it doesn't heap table is like whenever a table having doesn't have any index, so then it will call as a heap table. So it doesn't follow any indexes to the table.
Okay. So you mean to say that's not call it as a heap, right?
Yes.
No, actually the truth is like non-cluster index will not sort out the data. Only cluster index will sort out the data.
Yeah,
The
correct.
table without having cluster index is called a heap. Either we have a non-cluster index or any other index doesn't matter. If it is having a cluster index or not, that is the only matter. Okay. So how
Yeah.
many non-cluster index that we have doesn't matter. If the apart from we don't have cluster index, then it is called as a heap.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, wow. There is a you have a query, and the query where you are searching on which column you are searching, that you are having an index on that, but still optimizer is not at all using that index. Okay.
Okay.
So why my query is not using that index? What could be the possible reasons?
Query is not showing the index.
No, query is not utilizing the index even though we have an index on that, on the columns which query is using.
Okay. So like we have for this one like where exactly we are missing the index and all
No,
for the
missing indexes means if we don't have missing index, it will prompt you, right? I am only saying that, right? The
yeah.
query in the columns which we are using in the query, on that columns only we are having index.
Okay.
Have you ever used like non-sorgability queries or sorgability queries?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, whenever you create like auto create statistics is equal to on, so system will generate some statistics. Okay, by using like some format, one format it is going to create. I am going to say that format WA hyphen sys underscore hyphen 000 some number underscore some ID. So can you explain what is WA, what is sys, what is the 005 or 0 some number ID? What is mean by that?
I didn't get it. Like,
No. Whenever you going to create a statistics,
yeah.
okay, auto create statistics is equal to on.
Okay.
Okay, so then you are doing some select command select star from table name where department ID is equal to some HR department. So
Yeah.
you have executed this query. Now SQL Server will create the statistics on department column, right?
Yeah.
So now how it is going to generate the syntax? Okay, I already told you that syntax. So now you are going to help me with that. What does it mean?
I think it's
What is
equivalent to
WA in
it's
that?
equivalent to the statics like it will do a full scan. Right?
That's okay. Then column it is going to create the statistics, temporary statistics to help the optimizer. In specific category, it will update. In
Yeah.
WA hyphen sys, I mean, it is internally creating that create. What is mean by WA in that? What is mean by sys in that?
No idea.
Okay. WA is Washington. This means
Okay.
system generated. 0005 means that 00 like how many zeros we have in the last term. For example, we are having 000 3 zeros pi. It means 00 like 4 means the department column is the fourth column in the table, and some number ID is there, that is called table identity. So it is
Okay.
going to create in this specific syntax. Okay.
Okay.
The, okay. So what are the TempDB improvements that we have in SQL Server 2019 and SQL Server 22?
TempDB differences.
No, yeah. You can say TempDB improvements or enhancements, whatever you want.
Yeah. So before and all, TempDB we don't have option to separate keep it in a separate drive. So now we can configure TempDB in separate drive. That's the main
No,
difference.
that is been there in every version, right? I can keep one MDF file in one drive, one another one NDF file in another drive. For log file, I can keep in SQL Server 2000. So it's very long time, right? So that's not, you cannot say that is like a version. That's the kind
Okay.
of feature that I am calling is an algorithm wise enhancements.
Okay.
Let's assume, let's rephrase the question for you. So you want to convince the client, okay? So what you are going to say, like you are having 2016 SQL Server and you want to say that like 2019 or 2022. So how you are going to impress the client? Okay, what are the features that you are going to talk?
From difference between 2016 to 19, right?
Yeah, I don't know how you are going to convince.
Uh,
So by saying the features, right?
yes.
So by saying that if we opt this equals also, we are using, so no need to optimize this like that. So can you tell me the two features which are we are having in 2019 and 2019, especially in TempDB?
We can add multiple. There also we can add it, right?
Yeah, it's been there. Okay, for a long time it's been there.
Yeah.
Okay, leave it. And you are having SQL Server Service Pack 2 backup. Okay, and you have upgraded to the SQL Server Service Pack 3, but you
Okay.
don't have backup file on SQL Server 3. And after some days, SQL Server, not able to, it got crashed, and you need to restore Service Pack 2 only. Is it possible to restore like a Service Pack 2 master file on Service Pack 3 instance?
No, it is not possible because the same scenario happened for us, real time.
Okay,
So yeah.
let
So
me
we
think. Okay, let's think. And can you take some time also? I don't have any problem.
okay. So
I'm
you mean to say
having.
currently we have SP3 we are using and service pack we are using, and you are saying like SP2
You are
backups.
having SP2 master backup file, but the instance is running on master SP3.
Okay.
So are you able to restore or not?
No, we try to do MSDB.
Okay.
So we are not able to do that one. So because it was in SP2 backups we
In
have.
my case, it is a master DB. So now
Master.
think and let me know.
Okay. So yeah, master database. I think we can do it.
Okay. Uh, okay. So okay. What are the always on enhancements that we have from SQL Server 2019? Sorry, 2012.
Okay. So in 2012 we have replicas, 4 replicas we can configure,
Mm-hmm.
and coming to 2014 we can configure around 8 replicas. This is
Okay.
the main, and and also we have in 2016 we have one new feature like auto seeding. So instead of taking full and log backup, we can check that auto seeding option, so that through VDA it will take and it will add it will add a database in availability group. There's one option was there.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the major things I could say.
So that's it.
No, there are a lot of there, but
What is DAG?
sorry,
What is DAG? DAG in always on.
DAG.
DAG, yeah.
No, I don't.
So okay, let me help you with that. Distributed always on availability groups.
Okay.
Have you ever heard that word?
Mm, no.
No. Okay.
It is introduced in 2019.
2016.
Okay.
Okay. So let's assume that you are having three replicas. One is primary and two is secondary. Okay.
Okay.
So you have configured write traffic should go to the primary and read traffic will go to the secondary.
Okay.
Okay. So read traffic will have separate set of traffic and separate set of everything, right? Traffic. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if we are doing some select commands and okay, everything. So
Yeah.
in secondary replica, since the database is in read only, where the SQL Server is going to create the temporary statistics what the based on the read traffic, where it is going to get created.
Yeah. From 2014, we have one option, right? Like to read intent and connection man in
No,
connection.
no, that's how we are able to connect. My question is, since the database is read only in always on, okay,
Yeah.
where the that database is going to create the temporary statistics.
Yeah. In primary.
No, how it is to see. You only tell me the changes will go to the primary or secondary.
Secondary. First secondary.
From primary to secondary, right?
Yes.
But from it will not move the changes from secondary to primary, right?
Yes.
Then
Yeah. First, I think yeah. So first it will reflect in first secondary, right? So I think in first secondary it will be.
yeah, secondary only.
Yeah. So
Where
in
it could
secret,
be
so first there. Okay.
in the temp DB of secondary replica. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, let me when we have one future enhanced database health detection. What does it mean?
Yeah. Okay. In already group, option is there. So whenever the automatic failure happened, so it doesn't consider the database failure until unless we check that database health check. So whenever the database failure happened, it doesn't take automatic failure whenever until unless we check that one option.
No, can you come again? Can you are you can you repeat once again?
Yeah.
What is that word? Are you clear about my question, right?
Yeah, there is one option, right? Database health check.
Yeah, data enhanced database health detection. Okay. And now you tell me what does it mean?
So when we are configuring availability group, that time
Yes, that option will be there. If you enable that option,
yeah,
what it is going to do?
yeah. Whenever we enable this option, so whenever for availability group, whenever failure server level failure happen, then only it will take consider as a failure, automatic failure.
Yeah,
Thing.
yeah, agreed. Okay.
But whenever our availability group anything happened with the database or any crash happened with the database, so it doesn't take as a failure until unless we check this option.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So can we configure always on apart from enterprise edition?
No, only enterprise edition only we can configure always
Are
on.
you sure?
Yes, yes, I'm sure.
But I want to configure always on in standard edition.
No, we cannot configure always on standard edition.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Uh, have you ever heard like basic availability groups?
Basic, no.
All right. So we can configure always on in secondary edition from SQL Server 2016 onwards. That we
Okay.
used to call as a basic availability groups.
So you mean to say like in standard edition we can configure?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That we call it as a basic availability groups.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay, let me rephrase this question. Can we configure always on without Windows clustering?
No, Windows clustering, no, we cannot configure. So,
Are you
so
sure?
yes, yes, it required a Windows clustering.
But in SQL Server 2017 onwards, Windows clustering doesn't require. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to, okay, from 2017.
So
Yes.
17 onwards, we don't require Windows cluster.
Okay.
Okay, that's the reason always on is also configured and Linux. See, if is that possible, so from which edition we can install SQL Server on Linux? 2017 only, right?
Yes, yes, correct.
So now Microsoft has think out of the box now.
Okay.
So uh, can you configure like always on without that domain that replicas are not part of the domain? Is
Okay.
that possible?
No, no, it is not possible.
Yes, it is possible. It is from SQL Server 2022 onwards. We can configure always on without domain.
Okay.
Okay. Uh,
So, how, whenever a failure happen, then how it will consider, if it
it
is
will
not,
fail. It will do like that. So we have that kind of facility. Okay.
okay, got it.
And moreover, you have configured always on. Is it possible to configure always on for master and MSDB databases?
No, it is not possible. We only, we can configure for our user database only.
but we can have that kind of directly we cannot configure. But if you configure this option contain availability groups, so master and MSDB also will get synchronized. I mean, became part of the always on. That we used to call it as a contain availability groups.
Okay.
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 So indirectly we are configuring always on in this master database and MSDB database. So
Yeah.
you have to go through the always on enhancements. What it's been there in SQL Server 2012, 2019. So especially
Yeah.
if you go the future, you will get to know.
Yes. Got it.
Hmm. Okay. So what is the always on lease out policy?
Least out.
Lease time out.
Least time of 5 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. 10 seconds. Okay.
Uh, now one customer is there for you. Customer reported a issue about one store browser is taking a long time. Okay.
Okay.
So sometimes it is working fine. And how come you know that is a really problem, whether it is really causing a problem or not? Like how you are going to know, okay, or like how you are going to troubleshoot that issue.
Yeah. So first of all, we'll check like any blockings are there.
Okay.
Where is running, because before it is not happening any it is not taking time, and now it is taking time. So first of all, I will check for any blockings,
Mhm.
and if there is no blockings and still this query is running and this service is running and taking long time means I'll try to tune that query. I will check whether they have added indexes, the proper indexes they have added or not. I will check that one. And also I will check whether they are using any more temp tables in that query.
Mhm.
And I'll check for any update. I will check for update statistics whether it
Mhm.
is not. And then and also I will suggest them to use not to use the self star in that
Mm.
query. Yeah. And yeah, I'll suggest in this kind of I will try to tune this query.
Okay. Now, how you are going to read the execution plan?
Yeah, see, in execution plan, I can check in activity monitor. We have expensive queries, so in that one we
No, no,
can
no.
read.
What is my question, please?
No, you asked like how I read the query, right?
No, no. I ask you how you are going to read the execution plan.
Execution plan. Uh, yeah,
From
we
no,
have
you from right to left or left to right, from the bottom to high or
right
high to bottom.
right to left.
Okay.
Yeah,
From right to left. Okay. From down to up or up to down.
right to left and down to up.
Okay. Okay. What is RID lookup and key lookup?
Okay, uh, I think it's a hint. Not sure.
Okay. So how much you rate yourself in PowerShell?
PowerShell, actually, we have few queries we are using for an automation, like
Okay.
PowerShell scripts we have, and that with that PowerShell scripts only we are using and we are maintaining our task. So I can
Okay.
read the PowerShell scripts, but like I could give 2.5. You can find.
And out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are having a query. Okay. So how you are going to tell the query it is going this optimizer is using the effect optimized execution plan or simple execution plan? How you are going to tell?
Uh, I think we have for that one we have few queries. Uh, you can check it from that
Wait, what are
query.
the queries? Have you ever you hear tribal plan?
table plan. Yeah, I've heard it, but yes, I heard it. Table plan.
Okay, what? So, is there any trace flag? I mean, the that is been there to optimize to make the optimizer to make to I mean to tell that okay, this is not normal execution normal query. So even though it looks like normal query, but I need to force this optimizer to optimize this query to optimize. I mean to use the optimized plan only.
Okay. Trace flag you're asking, right?
Yeah, trace flag.
There is one trace 8780 trace
No,
flag.
no, 8757. Okay,
Seven five seven.
8757 is the right trace flag.
Okay.
So what are the choices? I mean, what are the things that might affect that optimizer? If you change something, the optimizer will get affected. So what be the those things?
I think optimizer will scan and give us the best query flag. I think
Yeah.
uh,
What are the things that if you changing the optimizer will behave differently?
yeah,
Either it is a progressive or deep. I mean, or less progressive. What are those things?
I'm not sure.
Database compatibility levels, query hints, and cardinality estimator versions. Okay.
Okay,
Mm,
okay. So these all things it will affect when we will.
yes, if you change the database compatibility also, it will affect. Okay. And there are so many things: cost of parallelism, max degree of. So they're like okay.
Okay.
Uh, so you are executing a query, and it is going to go either it is going to serial plan or parallel plan. What are the optimizer consider? Okay, if the query is having certain properties, then only I should go to the parallel plan. If not, I will go to serial plan only. What are those things?
I think that query tree it will through query tree it will check, right, and it will move to optimizer,
Okay,
and optimizer will check whether which plan will be the best for this one, and it will move to our query executor.
yeah.
Uh,
When the substrate cost is higher than the cost threshold parallelism, then it is go to the parallel
okay,
plan. Okay,
okay, okay.
so yeah, these are things we have. What is CS packet? What you will do and how you are going to identify it?
Sorry, which
What
file?
is CS packet?
ES packet.
Hmm.
ES packet. Mm. It's an like you mean to say that query which whenever client will run, it will move with the packets, right? You're asking about that one, network packets?
No, no, no. See, we have weights, right? In the weight,
Yeah.
CS packet, one of the weight.
Okay.
That is what.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Uh, what is column store index?
Column store index. No, not sure.
Okay. Um, can you? What are the new features that are from? Can you tell any new features for all the SQL Server versions?
New features, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Like before and all, we have MDB separate MDB. We can configure that option was there. Separately,
Okay.
we can configure in separate drive.
Okay.
That option is given, and
Okay. Tell. Go ahead.
high availability concepts like, from 2012 to 14, we can add multiple replicas. In 2012, we can configure 4 replicas, and 14 we can configure 8 replicas, and and we have max job, that one also we can configure in from 2019, and streamline also we can configure it in separate. Uh, we can enable it in our installation panel itself.
Okay.
Um, I think yeah, I think that's it. There are a
Okay.
lot of I don't remember.
Yeah, and I understand, no problem. What is the difference between the preferred owner and possible owner?
Preferred owner.
Yeah.
No, not sure.
Okay. How to know like when the respective login password change? So you got a request. Okay,
Yeah.
in the specific SQL server, you want to send a report for this login. This I mean to say on this date the password was changed last time. So you want to change. How come you came to know?
Okay. So like okay. So for that one, we have few triggers. Whenever we enabled that one, we can get to know that like when the user password got changed and who did it and all.
Okay, what triggers? What is the triggers there? You want to fetch the report, man. You want to fetch the report. How you are going to fetch?
I will do it through HTML format. So I'll make them
Okay,
scheduled.
you are going reports can be formatted in HTML.
Yes.
My question is how you are going to know that info? Where you are going to get that info on this date that password was changed?
So master database.
Master database, it will logins are will be there in master only.
Yeah.
Okay, where you are going to get that info? Is there any DMV or funny function or any property we have? That is what I am asking.
We have one two DMVs like is that DM underscore execute underscore connections.
That is connection, right?
Yeah.
If you open the connection, okay, it will show the number of connections. My question is when the password was changed.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Okay. Have you ever done database refresh?
Yeah, yeah. I have done that.
So, okay, then now I want to automate that. I don't want you to do manually. Whenever we ask that, you just go and run the job. So, how you are going to automate that? Any idea or how you just tell me that idea, how you are going to implement that?
Okay. But we used to do manual. I
Manual,
have.
see, that
Yeah.
time has gone, man. Now all these AI time this, okay. Now
Correct.
every organization is trying to do automate.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend 1 hour of time on simple DBA task, taking the backup and restore. I don't want to do my employee that kind of work. I want to automate that. Now you are having 5 years of experience. Now
Yeah.
you have to automate that process. You are the only lead.
Uh, I'll do some R&D on that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the database got suspected, so where the suspected page is going to get stored?
Um, uh, so That,
What is cab? Cab.
sorry, cap.
What is cab? Yeah.
Cap, no idea.
Okay, let's assume that you got a change request.
Okay.
So how you are? Can you tell me? Take me through your process. How you are going to do that?
Yeah, sure. Like change request, whenever I get change request, like from production deployments I need to do, or any installation or any request I get. So first the RM release management team will create a ticket, and
Mm-hmm.
and then they will assign us. So
Mm-hmm.
and we will ask our higher authority to approve this request,
Mm-hmm.
and QA manager also will be there in that higher authority. So he will check this request, and he once he approve, then we will proceed with that change request.
Okay. So what is SQL Server browser?
Because browser.
Yeah. Have you ever heard or not?
No, I haven't here.
SQL Server browser, man.
Um, no, I haven't here.
Okay. So I will go with general question.
Yeah,
You are getting so many blockings. So what are the possible options that we have to avoid the blockings?
we can use. We will suggest to use no locks, lockings.
Okay, that is
Mhm.
one option. Okay,
Yeah,
with no lock, that is
yeah,
okay. Apart from that, no, you can consider any options, any situation or what are the options we have. But that options will differ from choice to choice. And now I don't want to that. Now I want you can take any situation and you just help me with that. What could be the options there? Later we can consider the situations.
okay. So
Yeah.
continuously blockings are happening means I will check.
No,
This
no,
is the
forget about that happening in the real time. Okay.
okay.
What are the ways that we blocking came, whether it's like heap on the table or whatever it could be. Okay. What are the options that we have to avoid that blockings?
Uh, One option is this one hints
Yeah, I
option.
understood. Very good. Apart from that, no lock.
Column, and there is one option column lock also. There is an option.
Okay. Column blocker. I didn't hear that. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't hesitate. Go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, I think
Go ahead.
whenever yeah, so whenever in my scenario, I'll suggest this one, and apart from that, I will check any wage stats are there in that
Okay.
yeah using that is that one
See,
wage stat.
whenever blocking comes, you are thinking only no lock only. Okay.
No, there are
You don't do some R&D on that.
yeah I'll do.
Then what are the R&D? What are the key areas that you might check?
I think I need to do some more, and I will check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go, let me go at, can you tell me what kind of R&D, where you are going to focus mainly? Okay.
But
Can you, what is mean by deadlock? How many types of deadlock we are having?
deadlock.
Yeah.
There are, I think, blockings and deadlocks are having, we are two processor, right?
Yes,
Like,
that's okay.
yeah.
How many types deadlock that we are having?
mm, of deadlock. Mm,
Have you ever configured data sync?
Data shrink.
Yeah.
Shrink I have done. Yeah, shrinking of database I have done.
No. I'm not talking about shrink. I'm talking about sync. SYNC.
Shrink.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you asking about in mirroring or
No. I'm asking in Azure SQL database.
yours? No, I haven't.
No, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So can you explain me what is the SQL Server architecture for Azure SQL database?
as Azure. Azure, I have no idea, but our on-premise, I have idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is dot work file?
Dot work file,
Yeah. WRK file.
no idea.
Okay. So distributor agent is running in subscriber. Then what kind of subscription is subscriber it is?
Distributor agent is running in subscriber. It's a
Yeah,
full.
it's a full. Yeah, very good. Okay. So what is the difference between standard and enterprise editions?
Standard and enterprise edition is standard edition is more cheaper than enterprise edition.
Mhm.
And there are more features we can configure in enterprise edition when we compare to standard edition. And always on availability group we can configure in enterprise edition itself. But from zone 17 onwards, we have option to configure uh, in standard edition also.
Okay.
I think it's a time costlier than standard edition, enterprise edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the interviews was done, man, and we will get back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice.